Hello, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Q&A. It's the 2K Q&A, part 2. Soldier Rag 5, you're back. That's okay. You can do more than one question. I didn't limit it to one question. So this one, what is your day job when you are not doing videos? What do your friends and family think of your videos? I'm going to answer the second question first because no one knows that I make videos. I feel like I have this secret life, you know? I have not told anyone. So unless they are watching and just not telling me that they're watching, I haven't said a word about it. I guess the reason is just I'm kind of embarrassed, you know? All right, the first part, believe it or not, I don't know if anyone has guessed just to yourself what I do, what my job is. I'm a teacher. It's true, I'm a teacher. I'm an English teacher, actually. Surprise? Are you surprised? Not to give you the whole spiel, but I taught in public school, I taught middle school and high school, and now I'm doing online teaching. I teach online. I'm a teacher, that's what I do. I'm a teacher by trade. And I laugh because I don't know how I come across in these videos, but to me, I just feel very, very silly. So the fact that I have a master's degree is almost like, I don't even want to tell you because it's like, what? So now you know. I'm just skipping all around. Okay, Victor, I've always enjoyed your honesty when you don't like a song. It does happen. Have you ever started a video for a song that you absolutely despised enough to not even bother posting the reaction? I love this question. The answer is no, because if I start a video, I'm going to see it through. 1. But 2, there hasn't been any songs that I've just not liked to the point where I'm not going to post it. I mean, there have been songs that I have not liked, but enough to not, you know, put it on the channel, no. From Matthew McFarland, do you think Slipnot's presentation is off-putting to new listeners? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. They're just very scary. To look at them, they're just very scary. And I talked about this a little bit in my other video up here. I think that's a big turnoff for people because you see that image and you just assume that the music is very dark, sinister, evil. I mean, I thought that. I mean, I will admit, I thought that. It's off-putting to new listeners. Yes, 100%. Maybe 98%. How would you rank Slipknot's albums based on what you've heard? Oh, just based off what I've heard, I have to put We Are Not Your Kind at the top just because most of the songs in my top 10 are from that album, I'm pretty sure. So then after that, I'd have to say Volume 3. Can I stop after that? So yeah. I'll just go with 2. Mortus X. I see you started this channel as a writer. Are you a journalist, novelist? Okay, I talked about this in part 1, but in case you haven't seen part 1, I am not a writer in the sense that you think I am. I like to write, so that makes me a writer in that sense. But it's the same as like someone who likes to sing in the shower is a singer. I'm not a journalist. I wrote a novel. Does that make me a novelist? I don't know. Like, I feel odd calling myself a writer, and I feel like that's sort of been put on me. It's my own fault because I have writing videos on the channel. I mean, it's like, I get it. I get why you have that idea. But yeah, that's definitely not my occupation. Like, getting to your next question, do you feel that occupation gives you a unique perspective when doing these videos? It's just a hobby. However, I do think that's why I'm so interested in the lyrics, because I know how hard it is to write stuff. And when you have to write plus put it to music, I think yes. I think so. What a bad answer. All right, Stan Olson, what made you want to do reactions on YouTube? Also, if you couldn't review music, what would you do on your YouTube channel? I started the channel making writing videos. I had like a video diary thing that I did for like 2 years. When I was writing my novel, I wrote a novel and some short stories, and I would just talk about writing stuff. And what I wanted to do was make compilation videos. I don't know if I would get back to that. I kind of want to get back to that, but at the same time, it's very hard to look at that footage because I had a lot of hope back then, which I've now lost. In the writing industry, that kind of hope, you know, hope that I would get my novel published. So it's hard to watch that stuff, but that's what I would do. First part of your question, what made you want to do reactions? I just love music so much, and I really wanted to learn some new songs and new bands, and I have a blog, and I would do a lot of music posts on the blog. Hardly anyone read them, and so I start doing this and people are watching and commenting, and it's like, that's what I wanted on my blog. So I found it here. Also in part 1, my favorite sodas, Sprite Zero. So I'm just gonna stick this one somewhere in the video. I don't know where I'm gonna put this, but I'm gonna tell you who my favorite vocalist is because several of you have asked me this. This is Melvin. Anyone who has watched your videos knows you love Corey Taylor, but he's not your favorite singer. Who is your #1 singer or vocalist? Insanity Plea, who is your favorite vocalist? So I know you guys want to know this. I didn't really mean for it to be this big mystery, but once it started, it was just really fun. I just love that you guys don't know. So I'm going to miss you guys not knowing, but I guess you deserve to know. It's not like, it's so different than anything that I've reacted to. His first name is Ben, but it is not Ben Burnley. It is also not Ben Folds, who I've mentioned. Any guesses? Ben Gibbard is my favorite vocalist. Ben Gibbard. If you don't know who this is, you're probably like, who is that? Ben Gibbard is the lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie. I do like a lot of their music, but I wouldn't call them one of my favorite bands or anything. But Ben Gibbard has, in my opinion, the best sounding voice of any voice I've ever heard. It is just so pleasant. It's just like, I don't really know. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not even going to attempt to describe it, but Ben Gibbard. Ben Gibbard is my favorite vocalist. But now, the mystery is over. Ben Gibbard. Now you know. Alright, let's try another question. Charlie, I put this into Google Translate. My answer is I'm not going to answer that. From Lord Particle, I was just curious, out of all the new bands you've discovered through the reactions, which ones are your favorites, stand out the most? Slipnot. Slipnot. But if you mean bands that I'd never heard of before doing this, there are only Alter Bridge, Opeth, Bullet for My Valentine, Mudvayne. I forgot Mudvayne. I think that's it. All the other bands I already had heard at least one song before I started making videos. So out of those, Opeth I really, really like. And Mudvayne was the most surprising, which I think was another question. Yes, I'm going to lump this question in. Jerry, what bands have surprised you in terms of finding out their music being different than what you would have imagined? That would be Mudvayne, hands down. I definitely judged them by the picture of them with all their makeup on, and I heard Death Blooms and it was like, what? So yeah, definitely Mudvayne. But then Opeth, since I had no idea what Opeth was going to be, they didn't really surprise me in that way. But I mean, first time I heard the demon voice, okay. Yeah, didn't think that was going to happen. Next question. Don't know if you mentioned it. Oh, sorry, Adam N. Don't know if you mentioned it in a video, but what is your musical taste outside of the reactions? Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin. I mean, really, Breaking Benjamin and Slipknot and Chevelle, like these days, that's all I'm listening to. Like, that's it. That's it. This might be my favorite question. Breezy. Breezy, describe your ideal partner. I have all these questions about music and then I have that one. I love it. Thank you for asking. I hate to say I don't have one. This might sound like a joke answer, but he has to like Breaking Benjamin because I just think you can sort of get around religion, politics, but when it comes to music that you like, I mean, if you don't like Breaking Benjamin, I just don't think it's going to work out because they are in the car every day. If you're not into Breaking Benjamin, just no, sorry. But otherwise, I don't know, funny. I think being funny is very important. And humble. You have to like Breaking Benjamin. You have to be funny. And don't be cocky. And if you have any kind of, musical anything in you, that's a bonus. Okay, stalking Butler again. And again I ask, are you stalking the butler or are you a butler who stalks? There's a big difference. Okay, this question was interesting. They were all interesting, but this one, as a reactor, what is it like listening to music on your own time? Do you turn away from bands or songs because you want to save them for a video, even if you'd really like to listen to them? Well, your bonus question I already talked about. What do I listen to on my own time? That is Breaking Benjamin. Yeah, Breaking Benjamin. But I also really like, I guess something that would be sort of outside of what you might think would be Ben Folds. I mentioned Ben Folds in part 1. But yeah, I love Ben Folds so much. Oh my god, I love Ben Folds. And he's like totally different than this stuff. But getting back to your first question, this has not really been an issue because I mostly, 98% of the time I'm listening to music that I already know. So I've never really had a time where I'm like, I want to hear this, but I better wait. The only thing would be like Slipnot songs. I kind of want to just listen to the entire album of We Are Not Your Kind, but I want to make reaction videos for them. That would be one example, yeah. But other than that, I'm always just listening to the same stuff, so it's not been an issue. All right, you still with me? A lot of questions. From Turtle Yee, what's your favorite meme? This was the first one I thought of, so I'm going to go with this. This Spider-Man meme never fails to make me laugh, like never. It's just one of my favorite things. And it's always funny. It's never not funny. Okay, back to Insanity Plea 100. I did the first one. Number 2, what style of music do you usually listen to when not doing YouTube? Breaking Benjamin. Breaking Benjamin. But otherwise, rock music is my go-to genre, really. Number 3, what kind of writing do you do? Your channel appears to have started on the concept of writing. It is something I would love to hear more about. The one novel that I wrote is a romantic comedy, and then I wrote some short stories. I like to write sad stuff, so some of those are kind of sad. And then I wrote a middle grade story, probably my favorite thing I've ever written. My life just sort of went a different way, and so writing is just so far on the back burner that I just haven't really gotten back into it. So that's my answer for that. 2 of you asked me this question. Tanuj. 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 I don't know how to say your name, but thanks for the question. If you were to make a dream band consisting of all the musicians from bands that you like, who all would be in it? This is such a hard question. I was thinking about this before I started, and someone else asked me this question. Andres? Hello from Colombia. Hello from America. If you could create a super band with members of different metal or rock groups, who would you choose and why? Alright, so this is just, if I really thought about it and planned it out, I would have a much better answer, but just off the top of my head. On drums, we have to have Keith Moon. Lead guitar, we have to have David Gilmour. I have to put Corey Taylor in there because, duh. Ben. And we need a bass player, and I hate to use 2 Who members, but John Entwistle is my favorite bass player, so he has to play bass. And then I'd put Ben Folds on keyboard. That's what I have so far. That's my super group as of now. So that is it. I've come to the end of the questions. Thank you guys so much for sending me questions. I just can't believe you even exist. So I'm just so thankful for every single one of you. You guys are just the best. We'll do another Q&A maybe when I get to, I don't know, 5K. Oh my god. If I were to ever get to 5K, we'll have to do something good. So more reactions to come and some different bands. Hopefully I'm trying to put some new bands in the mix. But thanks for watching this Q&A. I hope you learned something. I hope you have an awesome day. And I will see you for another video.